guys, welcome to today's video. Now what you're going to be seeing in today's video is just the training footage from the week post-competition, so the post-competition week apart from the Saturday. And on Saturday I was just doing some front squats and some upper back assistance and a little bit of core, so that's the only thing you won't be seeing. Now what I've had a kind of few questions people asking, the kind of do you take the week off after the competition, or what do you do, how do you go about things? And quite frankly, it is definitely a week where you want to treat it as some form of a deload, as quite frankly the stress that is put upon you on competition day is massive, and you do want some time just to kind of just take a little bit kind of a step back based off of kind of the amount of aggression and workload you went through to go through a peaking cycle, and then all that accumulated stress, and then the stress from comp day. You do want a week to kind of back off a little bit and just make sure that you drop off accumulated fatigue. But quite frankly, no, you don't want to take the full week off, because when going through a peaking cycle with the kind of 2 weeks out training, the taper, then competition day, and then also deload, some form of detraining does come into effect. Absolutely some form of detraining will. You will lose some of your work capacity, and it is all expected and it should be accounted for. But if you take a full week off, that's only going to further set back that problem of detraining and losing even more work capacity. So you want to kind of try and offset that a little bit. So it's a fine line between getting in the gym and trying to offset some of that detraining and try and kind of keep more work capacity, but then also you don't want to do too much so that you don't lose, you're able to drop all the fatigue. So basically this week what I did was I went into the gym on the Monday, so the day after the competition, with my cousin, who I stayed with down in England before the competition, and I went in and just did some face pulls, some side laterals, some biceps, and a little bit of lat pull downs, and it was like maybe working with like 40 kilos for 3 sets of 8 in the lat pull downs. And it was only because I've not had the luxury of using a lat pull down machine for the best part of, I don't know, maybe close to 2 years, so I just wanted to kind of try it out and just use it. Then on the Tuesday I was to do triples with squats and also bench press at 80%, and then triples on deadlifts on Thursday night with 80%, and then obviously some upper back work was thrown in there, some overhead pressing, some dips that I did not get in the film, as quite frankly I just find it quite boring. I don't really want to put it in. So that is kind of what it tends to consist of. And if I'm planning athletes programming, it depends the kind of the mindset on the athlete. If someone's of a very, very similar mindset to me, where they don't want any time off, they just want to get right back into it, and they've got their next competition set up, they want to get right back into it, then I'd maybe program a little bit more of what I've done this week, which is kind of triples between 70 and 80%, depending on how the athlete's feeling, the level of advancement, and so on. But if you get some athletes who maybe want some time off, maybe they have a little bit more of a fun week, so maybe things aren't programmed in and they just do what they want for a week, or maybe they're not hitting the main movements and they're just having fun, because quite frankly at the end of the day, if someone's not having fun and not enjoying themselves, they're not going to continue it. It is as simple as that. So if an athlete really doesn't want to go in and be hitting triples at 80% or 75% or around about that marker, then that's okay. That's not an issue. We can account for that, and we can make some changes, and we can do something that you would maybe find a little bit more enjoyable, because ultimately that's what's going to yield the best results. Because if something enjoyable, adherence and consistency to a program yields the best results. So if a fun week after the competition is going to do that, then that's great. I do not suggest maxing out in any way, shape or form post-competition. However, some people do. I mean, Bryce Lewis hit a 650 pound squat after his competition, the week after his competition, which is phenomenal. And he's obviously someone who's very, very intelligent with programming. So having enjoyable weeks and fun weeks definitely are there. But with me, what was programmed with me was just the triples at 80%, and I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. I just enjoy getting into the gym. It doesn't matter what I do in the gym, I just enjoy it. And I'm already thinking about the next competition. I believe I actually made a mistake. It's January, February, it's March. So the Europeans is in March, and then the Worlds is in June. So I believe I've got 17 or 18 weeks from Monday of next week, and I just cannot wait to get back at it. And I've got a lot of time to become a much better athlete and become a much better powerlifter, and that is what the plan is going to be. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the Saturday upload. Please like, comment and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll speak to all of you guys next time.